Hey, folks, and welcome to the Danny D Show. This is Danny, and I'm here with my co-host Eric Shunt for our very first live broadcast on. I've got to look up here on YouTube. So thanks everybody for being here and supporting the show. I'm going to tonight on the agenda for the program. I'm going to reveal hate mail. It's going to be my one of my new personal favorite things that I like to do here on the program. And I haven't really revealed any of that kind of stuff on the show for the show on Spreaker.com, as the show normally is on the radio. But I will be doing it here on YouTube for you guys. And also the top 5 news reports we'll be doing and just some more BS that we love. Either that you'll love or hate. We don't care either way. We're just going to entertain ourselves if we have to. But anyway, hopefully you guys will enjoy the ride with us. So Eric, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, sir.
And as many of you know, the purpose of my show usually is to build a music community of a lot of music lovers and musicians and other artists. And now that we're doing the video thing, I'm really interested, and I hope you guys are too, in doing a lot more performance arts and acting, and we'll be doing comedy skits.
Are we working on something, The View? Maybe a short skit on that?
Yes, I'm sure a lot of you guys out there know that show, The View, which is the show that's on regular television. It's the talk show during the daytime, and I love doing parodies of TV shows and stuff like that. So that's what we're gonna do.
It's super hot.
And then so anyway, I want to start off thanking everybody for watching the show and hanging out with us this evening for the first one. And also, I will be introducing, just so you guys know, because this is a video segment, introducing the music that I usually play on the show, because I'm going to just do it the same format as I do on the radio show. But here on YouTube, you will not hear or see the music. So this is just for the commentary. So just having another platform, but for some reason they won't let me do it on YouTube. I can't DJ. And if you could see my studio, you'd realize it's all stuff that I actually already own. So I don't understand why they won't let me.
Studio or museum?
Museum, whatever you want to call it. Studio, museum, whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, so, it's pretty much a museum. So
yeah,
we have Grace Jones.
There's a lot of Grace in here. I think you can see Grace behind my side.
Bowie.
There's just so many
trinkets and
there's just so many bands I love. So, but anyway, so I wanted to also share with you guys, some of the sponsors that I've had here on the show of actually for the last 2.5 years. Actually now. So, and, things like Riley's Auto Parts. O'Reilly's is a big one. Amazon.com, Coca-Cola, and all the Coke products. Also, Geico Insurance and Progressive as well. So you get to hear Flo, who's one of my favorite people in any commercial ever.
That's a good run on that one.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. And,
it's kind of like the one where it sticks when you have some brilliant marketing. It's like, do you remember the "Can you hear me now"?
Can you hear me now? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. The dark frame. Yeah. So
it is brilliant marketing. It really
very
is.
Very good. Yeah. So hats off to you.
So what I wanted to do is I want to actually introduce for the first song of the evening, which you will be hearing on the radio broadcast of the show, is the latest single from Liars of Ur. I just watched his new video for the song "I Look Good on You," and it's fantastic. I know you haven't seen it yet, but we'll watch it after the program tonight. But you can watch it here on YouTube, and you can hear the song right now, which you're going to here on Spreaker.com, which is my main platform. And you can also hear the syndication of that on all the other syndicated platforms like iHeartRadio. We got Apple, we got Spotify, we have Google, Podchaser, all of them.
Spotify. Yeah, but I'm wondering what most of the audience. We get analytics, but what the preferred platform would be. getting feedback on some of that.
Yeah. Tell us what your
what do you
preferred
like about it?
platform. I've heard from a few people already that they really enjoy they love it on Apple, iTunes or whatever, and they Spotify is one that they really like too. Because I think with Spotify it's free and it's for a lot of people I think they like it's easier setup and it's easy to watch a show or listen to the show easily on their device or whatever. So.
And I always wonder is Apple Podcast up there, which actually Spotify I think took over on or iHeartRadio. One of the two.
iHeartRadio I know owns a lot
jumped up above them, and iHeart is pulling on.
I know that iHeartRadio owns a lot of those now, and I think iHeart owns like most of them, maybe like Spotify and stuff like that. But I think Google's a whole different thing now. So Google owns everything. Yeah,
big tech.
Yeah, I know. But yeah.
Sorry about.
Well,
that,
anyway,
seriously.
so speaking of syndicated channels, I have to say I'm really grateful for those too, because a lot of times people don't watch the live thing or they're not there with you at that particular moment, but they're able to, and I understand that, listen to the show on their time or watch the show now on their time is whatever they wanted to.
So yeah, definitely a good thing. And the podcast end of it, if you want to put that as in a definition, not really. It's like you're treating it as a radio broadcast.
But it's a podcast.
Radio.
Yeah.
It's a podcast.
It's internet radio. That's what it is. Yeah.
To be honest, it's the same format. Danny's doing it like how it is as a radio show. So
right.
When we say radio show, that's kind of what we mean.
That's the format.
Podcast, but it's
right. No, it's and a lot of times I do it live too. Every Friday, which you guys know who are all my regular listeners, I'll request any genre, and I just love all the requests that you guys send me from all over the place. It's absolutely amazing. So I really enjoy that and look forward to it every Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the Danny D Show. So,
nice.
So we're going to get right into the music right now for the radio segment or the podcast segment of the show. This is the latest single from Liars of and a single called I Look Good on You. On the Danny D Show. And
I'll actually wake up a little bit. I just woke up from my
and we'll be back after this.
Thank you. Headaches. Ow.
And so anyway, so we're back now. And we were talking about the paranormal. I know that this keeps coming up in conversation and stuff like that because especially when you have your own personal experiences like I have, and I know you have too, it's really compelling because, there's just certain things that we can't explain,
Yeah.
So, and the latest thing that it's weird too, because you've been dealing with it too, is this symbolism of black crows. I had talked about this on the show a couple of weeks ago that I had a dear friend, Scooter, DJ Scooter, who passed away a couple years ago, and his personality was like a black crow. And I believe, I can't say that this is a fact, but the experience I've had, and I believe that these visits I've had from black crows are Scooter. So,
well, the other thing is, and you've talked to my mom and everything, but at the ranch, there's been one. It's 3 days now in a row that just comes right up to the front of the house, and they never usually do that. Never. Usually they're in the trees in the morning, fucking squawking, waking me up, pissing me off.
Yeah.
Being all noisy and just
freaking out. Yeah.
But yeah, so the past 3 days there's been crows as close as they've ever came.
Yeah,
so it's really weird.
It is really weird, and
I love it. Weird, not as in weird, but weird as in awesome.
Awesome, weird. Yeah, and that's a good thing to say too, because it's like, some people, they're just absolutely frantically terrified of even the subject of the paranormal. So yeah, but I've always been very fascinated. Oh yeah, totally fascinated.
20 again. It is fascinating because if people, in my opinion, I'm sorry if you feel different, but whatever. But we don't know everything that's going the fuck on. I mean, we just realized radio and all kinds of technology just 100 years ago.
Yeah, I know. And now here we are, like doing a live stream right in the house.
Yeah,
it's just amazing.
Anywhere in the world you can see.
Yeah.
from going to fucking Pony Express or, I mean, it's like communication wise.
Sure, it felt like the Pony Express trying to get all this technical stuff set up because it's been very difficult. I just did my first chat room or whatever they want to call it on Facebook today, and I don't even know if I was even doing it right or not. But you just got to jump in there sometimes and just go for it and see what happens.
And maybe if somebody out there is a fan that listens and knows, quite a bit about technology in this particular field of the podcast and all that. I mean, it takes some time and it depends on the region you're at, what carrier you're on, because then you have to get a new DNS, and all this other crap. And it's difficult. I mean,
it is very difficult.
Firsthand. You can't
but
mics up without.
But I have to say that this webcam, and I actually, hold on, I got it right here. It's the Nexigo. See, I'm doing product placement.
Not Mexico.
It's called Nexigo. And this is the camera that we're using. And it's got the shutter pieces on it, the plug and play. It's 1080 pixels, which is very high. So you can see all our imperfections, right? And the microphone, which I know just as well as has been such a blessing because I've had so much difficulty trying to set up, and this is where we're going to slam Windows 10. Trying to set up.
Bill Gates in the news.
Yeah, trying to set up a virtual microphone or virtual audio cable for a second microphone for the show, and it's just been nothing but a fucking nightmare. Just trying to do it. Yeah.
No, and then every time Windows updates, it fucks your settings up unless you can,
because it can constantly update, so it changes the settings every time you turn the damn computer off. So
and then everything's gone after that. So it's just like Windows Vista. And all have experienced that shit, and that was a fucking nightmare. But it's kind of the same way. Yeah,
and this Nexigo webcam that we have right now. Back to the sound quality. It's just been a blessing, right? Yeah, the sound quality is amazing, and so I highly recommend it. And it was $79, $150 value for $79, amazing. And I'm very happy. Yeah, and the setup was relatively easy too. The setup was really, really easy. So yeah, I really love it. But anyway, so we're gonna get into the music again. But before we do, as I promised, hate mail. So
yes, hate mail segment.
We had hate mail 1 and 2, and now we're going to do hate mail 3 and 4.
And love hate mail. Just don't do any death threats and shit.
So hate mail number 3 that I'm picking out for this particular episode is one I got from a young lady, and she proceeded to tell me, and we're going to call her Mrs. John Doe. She proceeded to hate on me because I'm not doing enough for the Black communities as far as she is concerned. And I'm not sure why she thinks that, and why, I don't particularly go out and seek somebody because of their ethnicity or help them because of their ethnicity. I think that in itself is racist. It's like, no, I'll help anybody that needs help, or I'll be a part of something that I feel is a worthy cause. And it's not like saying that I don't think Black people or ethnic people are a worthy cause. I just find a lot of that stuff to be very segregating in itself. We've got senators and mayors and all these other people now who say that they don't even want to speak to anybody unless they are, African American or something
Mayor
like that. I'm like,
Chicago,
so is it like reversed racism, or what is this?
That's reverse racism.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It's fucking just a stupid
so that hate mail number 3, which obviously anybody who knows me knows that's absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Nice. High
five. Anyway, and so hate mail 4. I had already talked about how I got hate mail because I won't play Madonna's new stuff. I mean, yes, I love to play things here on the show for the audience because I love what they want to hear. I'm more interested in that. Well, but I have to have to a certain extent. I can't sit there and just play all this new top 40 stuff because it's new and it's top 40.
And it's played
It's
out.
shit. And it's
out.
like played out. And if people don't like that, then just don't listen to the show. I'm not going to play that stuff. And, you know, it's no secret. I was a huge Madonna fan back in the day. Mega fan of hers until, you know, she just stopped making interesting music and started being somebody else that I wasn't particularly too fond of, especially the whole thing you talked about. She's not British. She's not British.
And she's washed up and weather beaten.
And you know, she should have known it was, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the desk like that. But she should have known it was a bad idea to, you know, set herself up to be singing like, you know, like a virgin at 60s. It's just tacky. Anyway, well, she kind of put herself in that box too, because she was really highly sexual, you know, in her image. So,
which is nice, highly sexual. Good.
But anyway,
thumbs up.
I know,
very nice. But the genre, it's just like if you're gonna play country
so
on a rock station, is
right. So Hate Mail 4 is again, you know, hate for not playing some of the new pop stuff. But I don't, you know, but like he said this last time that we were on YouTube, most people that listen to my show aren't listening or tuning in to hear that shit anyway. They're tuning in to hear what I have in my collection. They're tuning in to hear some of the more avant-garde, off the beaten path, so to speak, type music. They're listening to my show to hear artists that they're not going to hear anywhere else. Like Liars of Her, like I played earlier in the program tonight, and things like that. And
finding the new ones.
And finding the new ones that are good. There's so much good stuff out there.
There is. And they're producing their own shit too, and it's almost like impeccable. Like it's just...
It's amazing. It's amazing. You know, wow. Actually, Lou Blacksail from Liars of Her, actually, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Lou, but I think he actually produced and filmed it himself. And when you see it, you'll be very impressed. Great job.
Yeah, you don't need Hollywood anymore. You know,
we don't need Hollywood and your bullshit anymore. It's like we've got enough technology, we've got enough know-how, and enough sense that we can do this stuff on our own. And I'm thrilled to actually be a part of that. I'm doing everything independently.
Well, we kind of spoke up about that years ago. Mm-hmm. What, 2014 or 15? Right around that era when you got trashed.
No, it was a little bit after that. It was after I graduated from acting school.
I don't know the exact time.
It was
shitty.
It was actually.
I don't even know what time of day it is. Right.
It was actually after I graduated from acting school. But you know, Hate Mail number 4. Again, it's like, you know, I'm not trying to be part of the mainstream. I've just never been interested in doing that anyway, you know. Grace Jones would not have it, okay?
Would not have it.
She wouldn't know. It's like
the thing is don't be a fucking, you know, jump on the bandwagon bullshit. Have your own opinion.
Yeah, have your own opinion about
even though people may not respect it, fuck them. Unless
who cares?
If they do, then cool.
So we're going to get back into the music, into the music segment of the Danny D Show with my co-host and lovely friend Eric Shun here. And this is going back a little ways for one of my favorite alternative bands. This is the Mission UK. And nice. It's a song called Wasteland. Wasteland. I know, you're thinking of Portland, aren't you?
Yeah.
This is Danny D. We'll
golf
be back.
Clap to you.
And we'll be back after this.
That was funny or shit. Wasteland. You're thinking of Portland.
I know. So as you know, we're here back, and so I don't really know what the agenda would actually be for today, for this first show, because we don't really have anything said. I just like kind of to just jump in.
Yeah, I mean, this is another kind of like trying to evolve the show. Test,
right. Well, it's
make sure get your criticism again. If you like it and you think we're dumb shits and it's entertaining, or you know it's fashionable or artistic.
Turn to the left, fashion. Yeah, no, seriously,
Then I mean, but like I say, it's the first.
It's the first,
I guess. And so feedback is so important to make the show good for you guys out there, and pretty much your show, as Danny always, he's really striving to make sure that you want to get what you're wanting.
Yeah,
on the requests and everything else.
Exactly. And you know, the other thing is I'm excited about, since we started this whole YouTube thing, is the Danny D store, the merchandise and stuff. And there's going to be a lot of cool stuff. There'll be 8x10 prints. There's going to be, you know, the logo, which he helped create. I really want, those are going to be t-shirts. We've got the Danny D's logo for stickers on your car or your notebooks, or maybe on the back of your iPad or whatever.
Hats.
Hats.
Everything.
So,
and then
Patreon
giveaways. There's going to be some
giveaways. Every week I'm going to start doing live giveaways too, which I had talked about, because I'm going to have the phone call-in numbers and stuff like that. And I actually just talked to a dear friend of mine, DJ Owen, which many people know him as the extraordinary underground Gothic DJ from the San Francisco Bay Area. He's going to be on the show coming up in the second week of June. We're still working on the schedule. Cool. But, awesome. I apologize again to all of my regular, my community of artists that I love so much, and I've had on the show already before. They will be coming back on the show, but we'll have video and everything now too, because I got to get stand-up comedian Ray Mcmillan back on the show. I haven't seen that guy since it's been months, but he was on the show not too long ago, and I love people who are outspoken and just real.
Does Ray what's his tie-in music again?
His tie-in music. Well, he's DJ'd and stuff like that, but no, Ray Mcmillan is a stand-up comedian. He does a lot of political stuff. Nice. That's really funny. You've heard him. You've listened to him.
I'm just asking
who is this guy? No.
Who is it?
No. He's a wonderful performer. And who else that I'd love to have back on the show? Beth Scully. We're gonna actually hear her tomorrow night, which is Church of Hive, which is over on 6th and East Burnside, and we'll be there tomorrow. So, and what else?
We have the news coming up, so we've got the top five news. And then if again, feedback's so important as we're trying to get this show kind of on a good, I don't know, schedule of what you want to listen to, and try to nail it on certain, time points if you're busy, right. But again, just promoting the show also, because this show is only funded by basically advertising, which means the more people that listen or want to, which you're doing pretty decent, but there's a lot of money that goes into doing all this tech.
There's always room for improvement if you're a creative person, I believe.
Yeah. So tell your friends or share it, download it. Reviews are important.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
So definitely. And then, we'll have that website up, and then you'll be able to just kind of forward your friends to that website or, whatever. So that would be very nice. I'm hoping that this summer, when we get back into the fact that we can go see bands and stuff and see live shows again, I'm hoping I can do some live streaming for these bands and stuff like that too. I think that'd be really exciting, for the show. And I've done interviews with bands and stuff before, but it's usually just been audio. But I'd love to do video, start interviewing the bands like Dick Clark did. Yeah, because I love him. Dick Clark or Casey Kasem or any of these people from that I was really inspired by. So that would be a dream to have a show like American Bandstand or something like that. I would love that. It'd be so cool with a whole different dynamic. Well, it would be make it not only just not in studio, basically, but you have worldwide. Reach. Right. You just could have like different bands playing and stuff. Yeah, absolutely. I would. That'd be awesome. I'm interested. Who wants to produce something like that? But anyway, so we're supposed to be doing this live stream for like 2 hours, and I feel a little bit awkward because I need to have a cigarette. You need to have a cigarette. Yeah. See, and if I stop the live stream, take a pee or something. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is, because I have the segment with the radio, which we're recording for right now, I'm gonna play some music. For you guys out there that are watching the show right now on YouTube, it's going to be blank. You're just going to see the David Bowie shrine behind us and that stuff. And we'll be back, though, probably in the next 10 minutes. So stay with us. You'll be on blank screen to give you guys a good time to go do whatever you need to do. And then we'll be back on live stream for YouTube in about 10 minutes. So it's what time is it right now? Does it say? Oh, it's 8:25. So I'll be back by 8:40.
back here on this video camera. And for those of you who are listening to the radio part segment of the show, I'm going to get into some music. And right now, actually, I'm going to be playing something that I just introduced my lovely co-host Eric Shun to. This is a new live acoustic version of the Pat Benatar classic, We Live for Love.
Yeah.
Remember you were watching that yesterday, you're like, she's never off a note, right?
Yeah,
anyway,
she's
amazing singer.
It's like Alice in Chains Unplugged on MTV.
Yeah, which is
thing
coming out on vinyl soon. I know, it's so amazing. Anyway, we'll be back for the video segment, like I said, by 8:40. And for you folks out there listening to the radio version of the show on podcast, this is an acoustic version of the Pat Benatar classic by Pat and Neil live of We Live for Love. And this is Danny Deese, and you're watching and listening to the Danny Deese Show on YouTube and Spreaker.com. And I'll be back after this.
And I'll wake up by then. I'm just tired, boy. God damn, real quick. It's like trying to solve a damn puzzle getting into this chair.
Okay.
So how you doing?
So we're back, and so the we just finished the part of the music segment for the show, which you guys hear on Spreaker.com every week, and we're here live doing a live stream on YouTube for the first time. So here we are, and I'm joined here with my in-studio guest and co-host Eric Shun, and welcome back to the show as always.
Thank you.
And pretty soon, coming up in the very near future, Nathan Collins, who's my regular co-host for Fridays, All Requests Any Genre, will be coming back to the show, and so we're really excited to have him back here on the program.
He's been gone a while. So
yeah,
lots of work he's doing now.
He's been working on a film project with a very well-known actor and comedian Jamie Foxx, who made himself famous from being one of the main actors on In Living Color, which was many of you remember was a comedy skit show from back in the day. So, and you should do your impression of Fire Marshal Bill.
I will. I can't today. I'm under the weather just a tad.
Yeah, because I caught you off guard, but you got to see this guy's. You got to see this guy's impression. It's pretty funny, but we'll be doing.
We'll do that.
We'll be doing some fun stuff with comedy skits in the very near future. And the one that I was telling you about earlier, and I've been in the works, is I want to do a parody of that talk show, The View.
Yes, because everybody in the world loves The View.
Loves to hate.
Hate City, yeah.
Anyway, and so I don't want to give away what characters I'll be playing or this guy will be playing.
I bet they can guess. That would be a good poll.
But I'm looking forward to doing it, that's for sure. But and I also wanted to tell you guys about the next upcoming show for next Saturday, because I'll be doing the video stream as we're doing right now, live stream, but it's going to be the new episode of Uncovered, which is the show where I play all the undiscovered bands from around the world, from that I grabbed from bandcamp.com, and also your submissions, which you can do at benatarfreak@gmail.com. That's BENATARFREAK at gmail.com. And you can also send me your submissions on YouTube now, because we have the YouTube channel for the show, and also the email.
And God, there's so many good artists out there.
There's
so many good submissions. So thank you. So
yeah, and thank you for those submissions, because it's just so exciting to. And sometimes actually, some of these people aren't even on Bandcamp or anything like that, and they're not unknown, and I'm getting to hear this stuff. It's just amazing. Christine Wen was an artist, remember?
Oh yeah, that's
right.
That
she didn't even have a demo done or anything like that, and she was sending me her stuff. So putting yourself out there and building a platform for other people that may need one, like these musical artists, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling to do that, because there's a lot of untapped talent out there that I think
there's a huge amount. And plus, again, if we go back to the whole Hollywood thing, you don't need a producer anymore.
No. I mean, you got to produce the stuff yourself.
You need to have some networking,
right?
Get with the people that can push your style, your music,
right.
What you've done,
and
it's amazing. Like I said, it's just some of the stuff blows me away. Like Christine, like wow.
She's a great singer songwriter. Christine Wynn is her name.
How do you spell the last name on
WYNN? Wynn. So
is she related to Steve from the casino?
I don't think so.
Too bad.
It's so bad. But anyway, so we're gonna go back into some music for the music segment of the show. And what we're going to do right now is actually I'm going to play, because like I said, I like to play a lot of the local stuff. I love to play a lot of the people who are up and coming. This guy has been a guest on the show, and he will be joining us again for the show this summer. He's a singer-songwriter from the United Kingdom, and he goes by, his real name is Ben McGarvey. I think that's right. And but he goes by Minute Taker, and this is one of his amazing covers of the Kate Bush classic called Under the Ivy. This is Danny Deese, and with my co-host Eric Shun, and we'll be back after this.
Very nice.
So anyway, so for you guys out there that are watching the video segment right now, we're about to cut the video. So I want to thank all you guys out there for listening, as you always do, and joining me for this live chat with my co-host Eric Shun, who's very quiet and timid for this first second because he doesn't feel good. So he's usually freaking out. He's usually got a lot better energy for
Yeah, I'm sorry, everybody. It's Jesus. I've been having these headaches straight out of content.
Yeah, you got to get those taken care of.
Oh my God!
Like I was telling you, I have a really close friend that was dealing with those kind of headaches for years, and that's something you want to take care of. But anyway, thank you so much for listening to the show. As always, remember benatarfreak@gmail.com. It's benatarfreak@gmail.com.
Well, and then I have if any sponsor out there for headache medicine wants to come
send
in
it our way.
Send your requests.
You're all Linda Blair. It's all in your mind.
But this would be a good spot for you right now.
Yeah. Advertising for headache medication, because usually this guy's like a Tasmanian devil, and he's just so Anyway, thank you so much for listening to the very first live broadcast of the Danny D Show on YouTube, and we'll have more to come. And for those of you who's continuing to listen to the show on the Spreaker.com platform, I'll be back with some more music.
And then you wanted me to remind you, because you have so much shit going on, but about the mental health thing. And
yes, the mental health crisis line, which is worldwide. It's 311. Which would be your
UK,
in Western Europe, and 911 obviously here in the United States. And you can always go to Google, do a Google search for the crisis hotline for suicide prevention, and they will definitely be able to help you. And
you do matter.
The people on those lines are so helpful and sweet. They are blessed. We are blessed to have people like that on this earth. They have saved many lives.
And a lot of them are volunteers.
And a lot of them are volunteers who save lives. Yeah.
Thanks to those people. But never think it's that bad that you can't call somebody and just get rechecked, because I know how much it is. It's shitty being in a bad down position where you think nothing is ever going to solve this. Nothing ever is going to, be a fix for it. And it won't most of the time. You'll always have some depression. You always have those thoughts or whatever, but don't do the drastic. There's so many people that care about you, even people that you would never think.
Right. It's true. It's very true. Yes.
So main message is don't feel bad for calling, for help, and just know people love you, and don't, go to the drastic kind of thing. So
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And for the video segment, this is the end of the show. But for those, like I said, listening to the playback on Spreaker.com, Apple, iTunes, all of it, or iTunes and Apple are the same thing.
Well, any
Google,
platform,
all
basically,
those, yeah.
you're pretty much syndicated across
I just say-
all the platforms.
I just say, just type in the Danny D Show, DANNYDIESS, and you will find it. You will find it.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you so much. And until next time, take care.
Thank you.